Hey y'all, welcome to Reel It In. I'm your host, Reid, and this is your go-to destination for self-improvement and creating the life you've always desired, all while keeping it real. Today's episode is dedicated to anyone who has ever felt pressured to be something they're not, just so someone else can feel better about themselves. We are going to cover everything from how you should never let anyone else dim your light to why people are trying to bring you down, and also why showing up as your full authentic self is the key to a successful and happy life. And make sure you throw this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a future episode. Okay, let's get into it. If you are someone who's a confident person, maybe you are a bit loud, you like to have fun, you just show up as your full self all the time, but haters are gonna hate, then this show is for you. Words people have called me: obnoxious, loud, bubbly, fun, quirky, odd, a lot, and my personal favorite, strong personality, which isn't a word, but you know what I mean. It's a thing. What does it mean to be a strong personality? This is a very good yet complex question that I think is worth unpacking. The strong personality has been given a bad rap. When you hear someone call someone else a strong personality, it can be low-key considered as an insult. Usually, not all the time, but usually when someone is being called a strong personality, they are being told that they are too much. They are too big, they take up too much space, they might be too loud, they are just taking up space. Usually they have a very bright light. Or they're being told that they're an outcast compared to other people, and it's usually women. It's their way of telling you that you need to stop outshining them, and also code for, I wish I could be like you. When someone calls you a strong personality, it usually means that your light is so bright, you might get a lot of attention from people. Not because of how you look, not because of how much money you have or whatever you do for work. You're a strong personality because you have this effervescence deep inside you. It's a gift. It's a gift from God. And they're jealous. And also, one thing I've been told on multiple occasions by people is that I should reel it in, or you need to reel it in. Hence the name of my show. Except we decide to make it a little bit of a play on words. So when people have told me to reel it in, they usually mean like reel it in, like R-E-E-L. And I decided to change it to R-E-A-L, like we're being real, like this is real life, like I'm just being real. Because we are the show all about showing up as your real, authentic self. Ho, ho, ho. And that's how we landed on Reel It In. Reel It In with Reid. Okay, if you've ever been told to reel it in, that you're a strong personality, that you're too much, you're too loud, I get it. I understand how it feels. It kind of sucks. It can be like you're this big balloon and someone just pops you like pop and you explode, or they like slowly let the air out very slow and painfully until you're just deflated. It can feel so embarrassing and like, what's wrong with me? And usually when someone tells you you're a strong personality or tells you to reel it in or whatever, they do it in front of other people in order to publicly shame you and to make them seem like they're the alpha in the group, like they're the hottest bitch. They're the one on top. It's basically a way of people trying to keep you small. Well, I am here to tell you, we're not doing that anymore. This goes out to all my strong personality girlies. We are not letting anyone dim our light ever again. I mean, ever. Enough. Usually when someone is trying to make you believe that you are too much or too extra, it is because you have something that they want. Whether it be a personality trait, whether it be your style, your sense of humor, your relationship, your career, they just want something that you have. Also, maybe a lot of people just like you, and whoever's calling you too much or a strong personality is just jealous that people like you and you have a lot of friends. I don't know. I hate to break it to you, but people can be extremely jealous, and that is one thing I have learned over the past year. When you recognize that when people try to tear you down, they are most likely just envious of you, you are set free. Because it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's a them thing, you know? By setting yourself free from caring about what other people think of you, you are automatically winning. I mean, truly, watch your life transform when you stop caring about what other people think of you. In the past year, I have had a great awakening. The awakening being 99% of the time, I don't care what people think of me. If I cared what people thought about me, I definitely would not have had the courage to start this very show. I mean, yes, of course, I had these thoughts of what will people think of me and will people judge me? I had those thoughts, but I no longer listen to them and I just kick them out of my brain the moment they come up. Feeling afraid of what people will think of us is totally natural, so don't feel like you're failing if you have those thoughts. The key is to not listen to them and take contrary action. Do the thing anyway. Who cares? Because remember, they're just jealous. And what no longer caring what other people think of you really means is you are no longer living your life for other people. You're not living for anyone but yourself anymore. Obviously, I'm not saying don't be nice to people. As a matter of fact, when you show up as your full authentic self, you are even more likely to be a nice, giving person because you're not in this fight with yourself trying to figure out what to do next. You're showing up as your full self, and your true self is a giving, kind person. I'm not telling you to be selfish. I'm not telling you not to be giving or caring. I'm telling you to show up as your full authentic self so you can be your best self and have the energy to give to others. And honestly, life will get so much easier for all of us when we finally recognize that not everyone's gonna like us. It is truly impossible to make everyone like you. And honestly, that sounds exhausting, trying to do that. Even though I did it for most of my teens and 20s. There's this phrase I heard a few years back and it really hit me where it hurts. The phrase goes, if everyone likes you, you're doing something wrong. All to say, if you're showing up as your full self, you're gonna piss some people off. If you have an opinion on something, there's gonna be someone with a contrary opinion that obviously is probably not gonna like you because of that contrary opinion. But I remember hearing that and thinking, do enough people not like me? Like, I'm sure they do, like behind my back, but you know. But yeah, no, actually, I take that back. I've known some people don't like me throughout my whole life. The quote's basically saying that if you don't have anyone not liking you, then you aren't showing up as your full authentic self. And I thought that was very powerful, especially because all of my teens and my early 20s, I literally lived my life with the one goal of being liked by everyone. I was so afraid that if I had one person that didn't like me, then that meant I was bad. And that was no way to live. It kept me from really speaking my mind in certain situations where I should have, and it kept me from, showing up as my full authentic self. Like we say, honestly, I was still always labeled a strong personality, even when I was trying to make everyone like me. So I think that is just kind of who I am. And if you're not showing up authentically in your life, you are unable to take big risks. And in order to be successful, you have to take big risks. And when you take big risks, you're gonna piss some people off. So when you, one, accept that not everyone is going to like you, and two, you are no longer looking for approval from others, you are going to be wildly successful and way more happy. Seriously, you're going to be way happier. And to the point of taking big risks and maybe pissing some people off, when people tell me you are so brave for starting a blog, for starting a YouTube channel, for moving to LA at 18 to be an actress, for whatever I'm doing, my immediate thought is, but you can too. You are totally capable of starting a blog, of starting a YouTube channel, of taking that risk in your business. And usually people say, well, I have X, Y, or Z excuse. I don't have the sense of humor you do, or I don't have this or that. It makes me really sad because I'm of the belief that every single person on this planet has a very important gift to share, a valuable perspective, and that their voice is worth being heard. And it makes me really sad when I see people holding back from pursuing their dream or trying something new, all because they're afraid of what people will think of them. They're afraid to let their strong inner personality come out to play. Most of the time, people are unable to see the value that they have because they're too afraid that people will judge them, which is so sad. You have a perspective and a gift that could actually change the course of someone else's life if you shared it. So people don't even take the risk because they're too afraid that other people will judge them. If you feel yourself holding back from doing something because you're afraid of what other people will think, well, this is your permission slip to do the thing. Do the thing. Please do the thing. Be yourself. Go ahead. Even if you fail, you'll learn. Okay. Now, I know you're all thinking, well, what do I do when someone tries to bring me down, dim my light, call me a strong personality, tell me to reel in? How do I react to that? My personal favorite and my advice to you would be to ignore it. And I know that's hard. Every part of my being just wants to be like, but we can't do that. We have to ignore it. And this is why. Usually, these people are looking for a reaction from you. They're looking to see that they deflated your balloon, that they dimmed your light. They want a reaction from you. They want to feel like they're the big man on campus. And when you react, even in like a way of like defending yourself, that's still a reaction they can take and spin so that then they can point the finger at you and then say, she's the crazy one, she's the crazy bitch, she's the one with the issues, just because you were reacting to what they did or said to you. We're not falling for that. These people are light stealers. They will stop at nothing to dim your light, to steal it and make it their own so they feel better about themselves. Don't let a light stealer steal your light. They want to steal it so they can make them brighter and you just can't let them. These people, they're just baiting you because they want to make you seem like a fool. You don't want to stoop down to their level and end up being the bad guy and being called a bitch. And the only way to effectively deal with a light stealer is to feel sorry for them. You have to feel sorry for them. Take pity on them. They're probably really struggling. Don't be like malicious with them. Just feel sorry for them and just blast them with your light. Maybe they're the first person you ask out for coffee. Maybe they're the first person you reach out to and wish them happy Friday or, I don't know, happy birthday? I don't know. I feel like those people are in a lot of pain and pretty lost, and I'm sure we've all been through times in our lives where we've been jealous of another girl. But hopefully that's when we're younger, and hopefully as we mature, we let go of that because we realize what bad bitches we are ourselves. And if you're surrounded by a bunch of light stealers in your friend group, girl, get new friends. If your friend group is not your biggest cheerleaders, get new friends. You know what? If you're in high school and college, I kind of get it because you're in like a smaller pool of people to choose from. But when you're out in the real world after school, there's so many people to be friends with. And also, when you are shining bright and you're showing up authentically like your true self, you will attract the right people with ease. You deserve to be surrounded by people who love and support you and don't tear you down. That doesn't mean you don't want people who never challenge you or who never call you out on your bullshit. Good friends do that. Good friends tell you, hey, you could have been a bit nicer to that server over there, you know? You want people who are going to be real with you, but just no one who's going to tear you down unnecessarily. You are a high value person and the people around you will keep you in check in a loving way if you ever seem to stray. And when you surround yourself with people who are your biggest cheerleaders, you are bound to live a happy, successful life. Because when you feel like you have an amazing group of women around you, where you feel safe to be your full self, to be goofy, to be loud, to take up space, you can accomplish anything you want. You want a friend who, when you walk into the room and everyone's like, hey, that girl is so hot and everyone's giving you all this attention, you want your girlfriend to be your hype girl. And you're going to do the same for her. You're going to attract people who have strong personalities because you have a strong personality, and y'all are all going to create a safe space for everyone to coexist with strong personalities because you're each other's hype girls. The biggest takeaway I hope you got from this video is never dim your light for someone else. Be yourself. If you are loud, be loud. If you are overly opinionated, be overly opinionated. Go find other people who are also overly opinionated. Y'all can have great debates. I want all of y'all to think about this real hard because we need strong, effective communicators, amazing women out there sharing their gifts. Woo! That was a really juicy episode. We talked about a lot of good stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed our chat today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a future episode. I will see you next time on Reel It In.